good morning, people. I hope everyone is doing well. I know this is very fucking dark. There we go. I hope everyone is doing well. Today is Tuesday the 16th of January. Today, me and Mr. Jameson will be going to Majestic for pool. We trained legs there yesterday. It was an excellent session. Legs are absolutely battered, and now we're going back around for round 2 with pull. So it should be a good one. Don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we'll go in. We'll probably have a rough idea what we're going to do. We'll just kind of see how things go and how the tide takes us. But yeah, so most of this video will just be raw training clips. Obviously, just because the fact that might as well make the most of being in a cool gym, try some new kit, and obviously just kind of give you guys a completely raw gym session. So what we'll do is we'll catch you guys for a pre-workout meal, and then we shall crack on to the gym. So catch you then. To the gym! Yeah! Oh, you should have the way you work it. Work it. Work it. Work it. I like the way you work it. Right, people. Coming to you from the future. So I thought I'd just interrupt this video quickly, because let's just say this day did not go to plan in multiple different ways. Obviously, the clip you are about to see is the clips you're about to see from when we trained at Majestic Gym. So let's go in order of how things went wrong. So we got to the gym. Well, to be fair, I'll even backtrack a little bit more than that. So on the night before this, on the Monday, we trained legs. Cam pre-warned me that the gym owners and people who run it are quite rude, and I thought to myself, I was like, are you sure? You know, I was getting a wrong vibe, because why would, it's very unusual for a front of house to be, especially in a gym and stuff, usually to be rude. Usually people are quite nice. And he said this one time he literally was sat at the front desk, literally face to face with this guy, waiting to pay for his day pass, and he was just straight up ignoring him. And then when Cam was like, hey, I'm trying to get a day pass here, the guy was like, I'm doing something, can you wait? Just stuff like that. It baffles me how businesses can be run like that these days. Reputation's massive now, so the fact that this, obviously, it's probably just because of all the kit they have. Apart from the kit, the gym, if you really think about if you were based the gym just off its staff members, it's not really a good place to be. But yeah, anyway, so we kind of go into the session I kind of knew what to expect. So we showed up, I had the camera in my hand with the microphone on it, and he basically went, not sure about that one, mate. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, no cameras allowed. I'm like, I know for a fact Josh Bridgman used to train and film here. I know Louis also trains and films content here, and I know a couple of other people who've swung by, done videos here and whatnot. So I'm like, what's your problem? He basically was just like, look, people don't like being recorded, people don't like being in the background of videos or being overheard, and it's like, fuck, alright, well, if you're going to do that, just make sure that it's the rule for everyone, not just me, because not other people. You need to have a consistency here, otherwise where's the fair treatment, what people are supposed to expect when they come to your gym? So yeah, anyway, he basically was like, you can record just with no microphone. So basically that shafted obviously the audio of the video. So basically I then had to come to the conclusion of, I'm probably just gonna have to film, either I'm gonna have to do a voiceover, or I'm gonna have to film like this and do clips in between and explain. And I just thought I'd put the raw clips in. But obviously wasn't ideal. So that was kind of the start to the day, which I didn't really want, which kind of really pissed me off at the start of the session and kind of got in my head a little bit. It was kind of hard to get out, because I was just like, fuck, well, I want to film and I can't. But I can, but it just won't be the same. And then I was like, oh, I've got my wireless microphone, so I was like, fuck, I'll just use that then. And fucking one of them wasn't charged. So yeah, it just put me in a really shit mood. Anyway, and then basically throughout the session, I started feeling weird. Like I just wasn't quite having a very good session. Something wasn't right. And basically turned out I ended up being ill basically for a week after this. From the Tuesday night till was it like Saturday, Sunday night, I was ill. Like the most ill I've been since like 2021, so a while as well. But you know what I mean? Anyway, basically, yeah, and then my SD card even ran out when I got to rear delts and biceps. So yeah, basically that kind of concludes this short clip. We'll go through each individual clip, kind of talk about what we did, bits and bobs and stuff, but I thought obviously I'll just preface this clip before the rest of them, just so it kind of gives a bit of context and explains why the video is not as it normally would be and whatnot. But yeah, that's it. Okay, people, so we are at the gym now, just warming up for the first movement. Unfortunately, we were met with a little bit of hostility upon getting to the gym. So yesterday Cam was kind of pre-warned me that apparently the owners of this gym are a little bit rude, which they were. And then today, obviously, got kind of hit with the fact like you're not allowed to camera. So I was like, okay. And they're like, could I just take the microphone off it? Because I think it was the size of the camera that was like bothering them. Then yeah, it's fine. But obviously, that means then the audio quality for this video is going to be absolutely shite. So I apologise if you cannot hear much, but we will try our best. But it's starting off with a single arm pull down. And then we're going to do some hamstring rows, dumbbell chest supported rows, side X row, and then we'll go into some rear delts and biceps. So yeah, we're just going to get in and get after it. So of course we start with a single arm pull down. We could have, they didn't really have much kit that I liked for back. I'd say like pull is probably like the worst thing you could train here. Legs was very good. Cam says push is pretty good here. The pull wise, I wasn't feeling it. It was just a lot of Panata stuff, which I just don't like. So start off obviously with the trusty single arm pull down, because I always start with some kind of single arm pull down, whether it's on like the Live Fitness hammer strength underhand like plate loaded pull down, or a single arm pull down from a cable, something like that is usually what we start with. Just obviously because I like to start off with a unilateral movement, get blood into both sides individually, and obviously you just get everything firing nicely, and get the lat primed for some good movements, and also take advantage and be able to get a bit shorter while we can in this part of the session. So yeah, that kind of concludes that. Usually the usual, you should see me start with the pull downs of some sort, but yeah, so that concludes this clip. So I'll let you watch the two clips that are being counted, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, next moved on to a bit of a Miller Hall special, the dumbbell mid-back row chest supported on the bench. So I haven't done these in a long time. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I thought I'd say fuck it and give like the 50s a whirl, just enhance and all, try some big weights. It wasn't the cleanest set, but it wasn't the most horrible set. Of 50s for 6, definitely got a little bit, yeah buddy, towards the end of the set, but either way, you can still see obviously the upper back musculature was still getting plenty of work there. Obviously, always will do like a lat, alternate with mid back, lat, mid back, and then by some like so on and so forth. Now again, we kind of were limited for mid-back pieces here because their T-bar was really shit. So kind of had to, I was like, fuck it, we'll just do the dumbbell row. And Cam's back was hurting this day from a session he did a little while ago. So it kind of hindered him a little bit even on the leg day, but today kind of really fucked him up as well. So we had to basically do everything chest supported. Otherwise it was like fucking his back up. And even when we do some stuff chest supported, still hurt his back. But yeah, as you can tell, the premise of this video is things just weren't going very well. Anyway, yeah, so after that, obviously we moved into another movement, but so I thought I'll let you play out the 2 clips. Main things are these: keeping the elbows out, making sure not letting the elbows collapse in, and whatnot. So yeah. Of course I lie, we went into our mid-back clip next. So anyway, we used this hammer strength row, which I've never used before. I've always seen people use it and people rave about it for like upper mid-back movements. It was okay. I wasn't super keen on it. For me, with someone with really long arms, I couldn't get a full stretch. You'll notice a couple reps I kind of like touched the bumper at the bottom of the rep, and it was really annoying because I couldn't get like a full stretch. But is what it is. In the squeeze, it felt pretty good. But yeah, I'm not really keen on like something forcing your elbows so like tucked in when it's for upper back, mid back, and like my elbows about to like flare out more. But I couldn't really get as much elbow flare just because of the fact that like obviously the grip forces you to be neutral, and the pronated grip isn't amazing on this. It kind of forces your elbows and your wrists into a bit of an awkward position. So again, kind of just making do with what we had. But apart from that, not too bad. Slung some weight about like just over 3 plates in this, so it was not too shabby. And yeah, we'll catch you guys for the next movement. So next we moved on something a little more familiar. Obviously we had the Cybex row here. It's not quite the same as the one we had back in the gym joint. The one we had back in the gym joint, the arms can move. Obviously for adults, this one's a fixed one. It was definitely heavier, like only like a little bit heavier, but it was a little bit heavier than the one back at gym joint. Still stacked it for like 6 or 7. I can't remember what I did. Again, just going for some kind of like chest supported row, where we can really tuck the elbows in, nice and narrow. Keep the chest upright, keep it nice and strict. And obviously just finish off the back portion of this workout. last one? 10.
Oh, size 10. Yeah, is that alright?
Then next move on to rear delts. I'm okay, like I don't mind this hammer strength reverse pec deck. It's decent, but not really my first choice when it comes to rear delts. But again, kind of had to do with what we had. I didn't want to do a single arm pull apart, which I would have if I have in a gym I don't know what to do with for rear delts. But we were kind of like, I was starting to feel a little bit more shit, and time was like starting to go past quite quickly. We didn't want to be there for too long because I had to get back and drive home, which ended up probably being the better decision anyway because it ended up being absolutely fucking written off. And this was the last clip on my camera before my camera literally just died. Literally the end of the clip you see is literally when my camera like SD card was just packed out. So yeah, obviously main thing with this is focusing on the stretch, reaching as far away as possible and then reaching wide and back, getting full range on that rear delt. And yeah, funny enough, again, I had a PT from this gym take a client around, and I basically like was just being really rude to me. He was like, "How many sets you got left?" And then it was like I got 1. I got 2, and then I was like, he just gave me fucking a scoff look, and I was like, I mean, if you really want to, you can work in with me. He's like, alright, fine. It was just like, fuck me, everyone here is fucking miserable. But anyway, yeah, on to the next clip. Right, obviously always going to start bicep training with something that trains in the short, usually some kind of preacher. I actually really like this hammer strength preacher curl. One of my favorites in terms of machine curls. Something I've had in my program here and there, everywhere, from obviously training all over the place. And always a good trusty to go to. I like it just because it feels good on the biceps. I get a decent stretch in it, a decent contraction. The jumps, like the pin jumps, are a good pace, so it's not too big or not too small. And I just find it gives me nasty burn and nasty pump. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. And then we'll move on to the last movement. Right, last movement, dumbbell hammer curl. At this point, I'm still feeling, at this point I'm starting to feel a lot worse. I'm just feeling weird. And like I had to put my jumper back on, obviously, for the curls, and I took it off for this because I thought, oh, we'll try to get a clip for the camera. But I was just like, feeling really weird. Couldn't really get like a good pump. Like, it just felt odd. I was even looking at myself going, oh, why do I look like just a little bit off? Well, obviously ended up finding out why. But yeah, anyway, I'm always going to finish off with a good old dumbbell curl, some kind of hammer variation, or some of this works it obviously more in the stretch. But yeah, obviously, I love me a dumbbell hammer curl. Lets me get a little bit yeah buddy with it. These dumbbells are shit as well. They were like clunky and like it was the ones where like they fused the plates together, but then like the handle was like spinning and like the plates are moving. It was just fucking shambles. But yeah, apart from that, dumbbell hammer curls, bread and butter movement, staple, something that you should have in your program and maybe like once a year at some point. If you're going to rotate your movements pretty regularly. just because it lets you put a lot of load on the biceps. It's a lot of fun. Get a good pump from it. Yeah. But anyway, that concludes the session. I'll obviously let the rest of this clip play out, and then I'll let the video finish off there. Sorry for this being obviously not one of my more high quality ones, but I was kind of limited, and then being ill, I just wasn't able to record another video, so obviously that's the reason why we had a week off in between. But obviously we'll make up for that, I'm sure, at some point, doing a double upload. Next video should be a lot more interesting. Next video we've got a full day of eating / day in the life, where we're going to go record my my clothing brand. We're going to record a campaign shoot, so we'll take you along for the behind the scenes of that, take you along for the meals we have, any bits and bobs we do, just because it's a day out, so it'll be a good time to take the camera, and yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like, share the fellow, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and enjoy the last clip of this video.